Time to make sure your identification is up to date because new travel requirements are set to go into effect this year. And Americans are not only facing new rules for foreign travel, but starting in May, you'll also need an updated ID for domestic flights. ABC News business reporter Alexis Christoforous has more on what you need to know before you book that next trip. All right, Alexis, so let's start with international travel. What do we need to know, and why are these changes happening now?
Yeah, they're coming up quick, especially if you're going to be going to England. So here's what you need to know. If you're flying to Europe this year at any point, chances are you're going to need advanced approval to enter. There were multiple delays here, but these new travel requirements are finally going into effect. They're designed to make border crossings more secure, and they are required for visits that are up to 90 days. So longer-term visas not included in this. Beginning this week, starting January 8th, Americans traveling to the UK must apply for an electronic travel authorization. What you do is you fill out this online form, you pay a $10 fee on the U.S. government's or the UK government's official website or the ETA app. And then come mid-May, similar authorization will be required to enter about 30 European countries, including Italy, France, Germany, and Spain. Those applications will go live on the European Union's website in the coming weeks. There's a $7 fee there. It is waived, though, for those under 18 or if you're over 70. Now, the government is saying most applications should be processed within minutes, but it could take up to several days. So you want to be sure to apply well in advance of your trip. And depending on where you're traveling within Europe, that emailed authorization is good for 2 years when it comes to the UK, 3 years for other countries, or until your passport expires, whichever comes first.
And we also have some changes ahead for domestic travel. What do we need to know on that front?
This is big. This is those enhanced and real ID licenses. That's where those come in. So starting May 7th, if you're going to be traveling within the U.S., you will need that real ID or enhanced driver's license. The real ID has a star in the upper right-hand corner, and the enhanced one has a flag. If you don't have one, both are available at your local DMV. You can always, of course, Diane, fly with your passport. But here's a rule. It's not a new rule, but sometimes it can catch people by surprise. You have to be sure that your passport does not expire 6 months after your departure date. Otherwise, you might be not be let on to your flight.
Very important to know. ABC News business reporter Alexis Christoforous, thank you.
Got it.